Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Main Event Interviews. My name is Main Event, and today we're visiting with the Queen Dizzle. Welcome to the show, Queenie.
What's up? Thank you.
And whereabouts in the world are you today?
I am in Pennsylvania, like Westchester area.
All right, so Pennsylvania, here in the United States. I have not interviewed anyone yet from Pennsylvania, so that's cool. And so, how long have you been on Steemit so far?
Not quite 2 months.
So only a couple of months here, and I'm curious what brought you to the Steemit platform.
So maybe over the beginning of the summer, I had a friend, and she actually kept talking about cryptocurrency, and she introduced me to Bitcoin. And so her boyfriend at the time was doing a lot with Bitcoin and stuff like that, but some of the things weren't really meshing with me very well. So I kind of went over his head and started talking to a friend of his, like his coach. And then his coach is Ingenuity, and he really just kind of introduced me, kind of coached me a lot on the cryptocurrency and what he does mining and all this. And then he just would not stop talking about Steemit. And I'm like, what is this? And so he was like, get on there, start posting about anything. And that's how it happened.
Very cool. And so you mentioned Ingenuity there, and you're part of the Alliance group.
Yes.
And how long have you been on there so far?
Pretty much since day one. I'm one of the first people, I do believe. I'm the first group that was on it or introduced or by it, and it's awesome. So it hasn't been long.
Very cool. And what are the types of things you like to write about or post about on Steemit when you create content?
Everything. I've been doing a lot of shock titles, like what the crap is she talking about, and clicking on my post. That's what I like. What do you mean? And clicking on it, and it's something really kind of out of the ordinary. So I kind of like the people to the shock, what's going on. So, and then kind of going in there. I'm very positive, uplifting, motivational. I'm going through a lot in my life, so I'm using this platform to get things out, so kind of just trying to find my niche and where I'm going to go. I know there's a lot of people that are doing a lot of specific things, so I'm just trying to figure out what's going on and where I fit in and all that jazz.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. Everybody's got to start somewhere, right? I think I've fit that same bill. I'm trying to figure out what I'm supposed to be doing here, too.
That's awesome. And it's great that we have this platform. I was getting a little frustrated with the other social media platform that everybody uses, and I was just getting a little, I think it's being saturated, and a lot of people were posting the same thing, and so that's why Ingenuity was like, here, get on this Steemit, and it's really great because I feel like we're allowed to do that. We are able to just say whatever, and people are like, hey, and if you don't like it, you pass by it. And in other social media, people are very inclined to post negative things, but it doesn't seem like it's what's going on here. And I feel very comfortable being able to do that. And, like you said, you're even trying to figure things out, and it's so caring, and people are so encouraging. And I think a lot of people are trying to figure this out and where they fit and where Steemit fits and all of that. So it's great.
Definitely, and I mean, that is the big difference, I feel like, with Steemit versus, like you said, the other social media platforms, is people are, for the most part, very helpful and friendly here on Steemit. Of course, there are a few people that are not, but you're going to run into that everywhere in life, so that's just how it is. And the thing about Steam Power versus just commenting on things like on other social media, you have the power to influence, I feel like, on Steemit too, because your upvote can help somebody, or I personally don't do this, but some may choose to downvote something, if they feel it's not appropriate, or if it's hateful or something like that. So it's interesting how your Steam Power can influence, things on the platform. So that's one thing that's much different about that versus other social media, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. And yeah, you're right. Like, cause it's funny when I like explain it to people. I'm like, the more you comment, the more you do stuff, like the better your rep is, and the better, and then I can help you out more. Like, the more I do things, the more, and then like, I was telling my friend, I'm like, and then when you post and I upvote you, like, I noticed a couple of times when I upvote that the people's posts will go up like a penny. That's awesome. Like I'm really contributing to someone. That's really cool.
Yeah, definitely, and that's what Steemit's all about. I feel like is it's all about all of us doing well, and I totally think that's what everybody should be doing. And so, you said you know a few people, you have a few friends that are on Steemit, like as in people you know in your personal life.
I am trying my best. I listen. I don't know. I talk about everything all the time. I always tell people what I'm doing because I want to share, and I don't want to keep everything to myself. That's not fun. So I tell everybody, and I don't have anybody yet on it. But I just spoke to, she's actually a new friend of mine, and we had some coffee together today. And I was just like, I was showing her, and I showed the trending things, and I'm like, are you seeing this? You need to look at this. And she's like, wow. And so she might join. And I did have a couple people that might wanted to, but no one like in my like personal life except like Ingenuity. I talked to him. I've been talking to him for months, so he's like really the only like person that I know per se. So
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I don't have any close friends yet on the platform. It's interesting how this select few of us out here in the world here are the ones discovering Steemit, and it's kind of interesting how everyone's getting selected, just to be on it in different ways by different people, and I find that fascinating, learning everybody's stories.
absolutely, absolutely. And you know what? We are the waymakers. We are the people that see the vision, and we are the ones that have to share the vision because people are just running the rat race. They're going on their wheels. They don't even know that these things exist. Not a lot of people even know what cryptocurrency is. I mean, and so for me, not even knowing a lot and bringing that up to people that are, like I said, just doing the rat race, going back and forth to work, blah, blah, blah. You know, we are the ones on here that have to bring that to everyone and share it. We are the visions. We see it all. I'm a very big picture person, so I see the future and I can see it. I see in 2 years, a year, what's happening. I mean, one of the girls on there last year, she posted about like her car, like she got a car and all this stuff, and I like went through like all her posts and everything, and it was really cool. And she just started posting a lot, and that's like I can't even imagine what this is going to be like in a year. It's going to be insane.
Absolutely, yeah, and I definitely hope it continues to grow and it becomes popular and it continues to evolve into something better and better. What are some of the things about Steemit that you really enjoy?
I really enjoy just like being able to say whatever I want to say. I don't know if we're allowed to cuss on here, but I totally am a big potty mouth. I try my best not to be, but it's really nice to be able to just like explain it and just say whatever I want. And people, like I said, people who like it will talk to you. We have a nice conversation. Everybody's really encouraging, and in some of the other platforms you really are like, I don't know if I want to post this, or you post something and you're like, oh my gosh, like who's gonna read this, and you get like all this anxiety. And when I just throw it on Steemit, it's just gone and it's out there. And hey, I may make a couple dollars, I may make 30 cents, like whatever, but that's what I really enjoy. It's the one thing that I do enjoy that's really overwhelming for me, has been overwhelming, is just so it's growing so fast. Like the alliance is insane. Like there's so many people being added every day, and it's just the Discord channels are crazy. And so I like it, but I don't like it. I like it, but I need to figure out how to like maneuver it and work it and have it fit into my life in the right way. So that to me is extremely exciting. I love being part of the alliance. I like being part of one of the first people on the alliance. The team is really great. So I guess those are the two major things that I really like about it. And of course, I mean, we all make some money, so who doesn't like that?
Now let's take the flip side of it, and what are maybe some things that you're not so crazy about Steemit, or maybe some things that you're hoping will get improved or changed in the future?
So one of the things that I really that you guys talked about with Shadows Pub was the whole re-steaming. Um, I kind of was just upvoting and commenting and re-steaming, upvoting, commenting, and re-steaming on everybody. So yeah, when you look at my blog, it's just a bunch of other people. So I love the way that you guys are like maybe like a separate tab or something like that to see other content that I like, but that's not mine personally. That's one of the things that I am totally care for. But to me, we just kind of got to keep going and working everything out. And if it doesn't work, we'll change it. Somebody will figure it out. And, so there's not really many bad things. And like I said, the one thing that I like is one of the one things that is just like, whoa, like it's awesome. It's growing so much. But then it's like, whoa, it's growing so much. So.
It's pretty crazy. There's a lot of people. I mean, one of the things I find really fascinating is meeting all of the different people from all over the world. I mean, you get to talk to them. Sometimes you can voice chat with them. You read their content. Are you meeting and interacting with people from all over the world as well?
Oh yeah, all over the world. Like it's like there's only like a select few I really can think of at the top of my head that are in the U.S. A lot of the people I know, like a lot of people that are there's one girl from South Africa and Janie, she's from South Africa, and people in Canada, and a lot of people from India seem to be on it. That's really cool, and it's really cool when like people are typing and then I'm like, oh my gosh, you're totally from the other side of the world. Like I had no idea. And it's like daytime when it's nighttime over here. Yeah, that's really awesome. And what's really cool is like when we start really interacting with these people, like when things go in the future and we're all like, quit our jobs and living off of Steam and stuff, we can go all over the world and just visit all of our friends. I think that's really cool.
I sure hope so. We can only hope, right?
No, we can't hope. We can make it happen. No hopes and dreams. We got goals.
Absolutely. Now, speaking of all these people, are there any Steemit users out there that you want to give a shout out to, or maybe some people that have helped you along the way, or just people that you interact with often that you want to give a shout out to in case they're listening to the show?
Sure. Well, obviously, Ingenuity, that's my dude. That's my coach. That's my mentor. That's my friend. This guy rocks. He is just so awesome. He is this, like, he created this whole alliance deal. It's awesome. At Michael David, he is a really great inspiration. Sometimes when I'm really down, he's like really the person that I go to and look and see what his inspirations say and who he's quoted today. Tattoo Jay is a rock star. I interact with him a lot, and I think he's a really cool dude. I really want to meet him. He seems just really awesome. And then really at Janie, she is really great, and I've interacted with her a lot, and she's from South Africa, so it's really cool. She has really great content. Her happy hippie quotes are phenomenal. I love them. And maybe Raph and Top K-pop. Those are really like most of the people that I like interact. And at Bear One, they're kind of coming in there. I think she's coming in there and kind of getting into the chats and everything. So I guess that would be my little group. Thanks for that.
All right, no problem. I like to give everybody a chance to do some shout outs here on the show. Now, are there any other projects you want to work on coming up in the future as far as Steemit is concerned, or any things that you have planned for your own blog or anything like that, just in case people want to check in with your blog later?
Sweet. Actually, I've had to get out of my head the last week. I've been going through a lot and having a lot of anxiety, so I decided to go and check out a book at the library, and I really feel like maybe I'll start writing some stories. So I feel like that's just been the last couple of days, because I'm always thinking about what am I going to post and I'm thinking that might be one of the things. Maybe start some fiction writing. I used to write all the time when I was in high school, so get that out. Start it up again.
Very cool. Now, did you ever do anything with blogging or anything like that prior to Steemit?
No, not absolutely not. And that's I think some of my overwhelming issues because I'm so new to all of this. Even this Discord channel, like, I have no clue what this is. So all of this is totally new to me.
Well, that's very cool. I like having different people on the show that are from all walks of life in Steemit. You know, I've had people on who are witnesses. I've had people like yourself that are still relatively new, and so I love hearing everybody's stories and where they're at and what they're experiencing on the platform. So, what would you say overall is your general opinion of Steemit so far after being on the platform for, you said, 2 months, right? Roughly.
Yeah. It freaking rocks. Like, that's all I can say. It's awesome. And it's so cool because this is just the beginning. So, even if it's just been I mean, it's only been, I think, a year, a little over a year or whatever. And, that's what's very exciting. It totally rocks. Everybody's making money. We're encouraging. Everybody's helping everybody. My overall experience has been very good. I really enjoy it. And I'm really, like I said, really honored and excited to be part of the alliance, and that is really, I think, the major thing that's helped me, because if I was out there all by myself, I'm not really sure if I might have a different opinion, but since I have all this support and people behind all of us, that really helps out a lot. So
The biggest thing anybody listening out there I would suggest is, if you're new to Steemit, or if you're somebody who's been on the platform for a little while and you're struggling and you feel like you're all alone out there in that big ocean of Steemit, and it is a big ocean, as someone had said, you should definitely reach out and join a group on Steemit. There's lots of them. Like you mentioned, you're in one called the Alliance. There's others like the Minnow Support Project. I know there's so many of them. There's lots of them, and they've all got their own Discord channels. They've all got some of them have groups on the Steemit.chat. Just go in there, introduce yourself, let them know what you're about, and if you've got questions or anything like that, I'm sure they'd be more than happy to help you. And wouldn't you say that community aspect of Steemit has been, like you said, the biggest thing for you?
Yeah, absolutely. We cannot get through this life on our own. It just does not work. And so you really need that support. And when you have that support and you're part of that support, you're supporting and they're supporting, then everybody, and I mean, like, the bottom line is, like, we love Steemit, but we're all making money, and that's great. And so when you have that support, when I was only making a couple cents, and I was really excited about it. And then, like, then I really started getting in with the Alliance and, helping them with their comments and their blogs and everything. And then all of a sudden my posts are like over $1 each time I post. So it was like overnight or whatever. As soon as I, like, really started getting into it and everything, it was within, like, a couple days, and my posts are going out. So definitely, like, if you're getting discouraged and your posts are not making much, or you think they want to make more or whatever, definitely get into your group. Absolutely. I totally second that.
So you would certainly recommend Steemit to your friends, and you plan on sticking it out for a while and staying on the platform then?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I may not be on there every day. I just kind of, I go in and out of my deals, and but I'm definitely in for the long haul. I want to see this. I want to see it through. I want to see it go. I mean, some of my people, their accounts are worth a lot, and that's really great. So I see the future, and I'm not going to back down, because the only way you fail is if you quit. So if you're never going to get anywhere if you stop. So gotta keep going.
Very well said. So on that note, why don't we wind things down like this? If you had any kind of words of wisdom for any other Steemians out there who are maybe new, or even somebody, like I said, who has been on the platform for a while, what would you say to them as far as your words of wisdom for Steemit?
Words of wisdom. Okay. I mean, like I just said, like, just stick it out, find a group, like, keep going, like, this is the beginning. Like, don't, I mean, I was getting discouraged, and guess what? I vented to my friend. I vented to my coach and my mentor, and and he helped me through it. And so, definitely, if you're on it and you've been getting discouraged, if you're on it for a long time, just stick it out. Find somebody, then do what you need to do, but then on Steemit, like, someone's gonna like your stuff, like, someone's gonna relate to you. There's so many people out there, and there's so many backgrounds and so many talents. Like, there's someone that's gonna, have some sort of opinion or like what you have to say. So, just stick it out, and just keep going. That's, like, really, like I said, don't quit, just keep going. That's my words of wisdom.
All right, everybody. So we've been visiting today with Steemit user the Queen Dizzle, but she likes to be just referred to as Queenie as of right now, right?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Well, was there anything else you wanted to mention on the show, or anything like that we didn't talk about?
No, not really. I just want to say thank you so much. Like, I really enjoy it. I think you're doing an awesome thing, and I love being a part of this with you. It's really cool to see you on here, and and just reaching out and wanting to do interviews with just anyone. That's really cool. And for me to be one of the people you're interviewing is awesome. I'm like, I'm gonna be on a radio show. I'm gonna be on a radio show. It's a Steemit radio show, So that's it. I really appreciate you, and I think this is really awesome, and I can't wait to see what's going on at the rest, and how you evolve and your show evolves, and everything. I'm really excited. This was really awesome. Thanks.
Yeah, well, thank you for being on the show. Once again, everybody, we're visiting with the Queen Dizzle. So it's the word the Queen and Dizzle. So Dizzle at the end. And so the Queen Dizzle visiting with us from the United States tonight. Thank you so much for being on the show, Queenie.
Thanks so much. You rock.